I'm in love with Jerry. I'm in love with Jerry Seinfeld. Look at this. Look at these proper Hollywood A-listers. I'm being offered something. What are you doing?
Where do you like? How do you like it?
I like it the way it was a second ago.
Waiting.
Look at this.
All right,
Oh, now it's an office comedy.
I'm enjoying this already. How are you both? It's great to have you on the show.
This is
Nice to be here.
fantastic.
I'm a huge fan of both of you.
Thank you,
It's
thank you.
reciprocal. We kind of like your show.
God
Yeah,
bless
we're
you.
really enjoying the offbeat nature of the.
Well, that sounded like
setup.
a backhanded compliment, if you don't mind me saying.
No, it's good. You've freshened up the format.
Well, now, in how so? In which way do you think we have freshened the format, Jerry?
Well, you've seen people in two different ways.
Yeah.
And we get to be uncomfortable back there and out here.
Okay, well, it's only just beginning. Let's turn the screws a little bit. Hey, now listen, you two have been travelling around Europe together, promoting B-Movie.
Yes, sir.
Where have you been to? What parts of Europe, and what have you enjoyed about this trip?
Jerry?
Well, we've been everywhere, done everything. We were in Rome, we've been in Paris.
Okay. And
Well, that's not fair. You started a long time ago.
Yes, I
was
started in
indisposed.
Hong Kong.
That's
Wow.
great.
Yeah.
The man's been on the road for what, a month?
23 days.
And is
yeah.
B-Movie the kind of movie that is universal? I mean, do they have bees in China? I'm not familiar whether they are as familiar with bees as we are. I know bees for us were never a really present part of our life, but in China, did you have to explain what a bee was first, or were they just embraced the bee idea?
This is already the most difficult interview I've ever had.
Well, it's
Hong Kong
a
bees,
perfect.
I don't,
Well, you
I
see,
don't know, I don't know.
it's a very straightforward question. How familiar are
Do they
the
have
Chinese?
bees in Hong Kong? Is that the
well,
question?
and not just Hong Kong, in mainland China as well, and like the surrounding islands, like Thailand,
I think they have bees everywhere.
all over the world.
Well, as far as the box office receipts are concerned,
So it's
yes.
been a hit all over the world.
So far.
Well, hats off to you and your genius for realising that bees were kind of a global phenomenon.
Well, it wasn't that hard to figure out there's bugs everywhere.
Well, I didn't know whether regionally, though, perhaps they have a different approach to bees than we do.
Yeah.
See, we like bees, but we don't like wasps.
Mm-hmm.
Hornets, that's a no-go area.
Right.
But a bee, everyone loves a little fuzzy, bumbly bee.
Yeah.
True.
yeah.
Looks matter.
Flowers, honey.
Do you call them bumblebees in America?
That's a particular type of bee, so if it is that type, that's what you call it.
That's a kind of a bee?
It's a kind of a bee.
I thought it was a nickname for generically for the cuter bees.
Bees don't have nicknames. They don't really talk, Jonathan. The movie's a fantasy.
Don't spoil it for the kids. You wrote the film as well, Jerry?
Yes.
Well, I'm pleased you've been keeping busy because, frankly, I was quite angry with you. Because you took my favourite show and you just threw it away.
Oh, thank you.
You just stopped doing it completely. And
did.
Seinfeld was, it was my all-time favourite sitcom. I'm sure you're fans of Seinfeld as well. We miss it. Were you a fan of the Seinfeld show?
Yes.
Of course you were. Of course you were.
What a ridiculous question to ask with me sitting here.
I was
but
going
anyway.
to say.
Well, we might be reaching for honesty instead. I get the look at you. I think you probably preferred Friends. We were even on over there.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, it's not the
Yeah.
best time slot, but yeah, occasionally. Yeah.
As long as you're up watching, I don't care.
In fact, I stay up to watch it.
Do you really?
No, I'm not even lying here, I swear. I promise you. I promise you, I stay up. You're on, I stay up, I tune in, I stay up, I watch it. I don't care. I have to get up in a couple hours and go to work.
Wow, that's quite
No,
something.
you're good at it. You're good at your job. How many of those awards did you win?
Dozens. Would it be fair to say you have a bit of a crush on me? I don't want to put words in your mouth,
I
but
was
would
trying
that
to
be
be
fair
subtle, but now that you mention it.
It's out there. Jerry, we don't have that much time with you, I know. Listen, let me ask you something.
Why not? Why don't you have much time? What, you have no commercials. There's nobody else here. We're not going anywhere.
I thought you had to go back to America. I thought you were booked on a flight to America.
No, we're doing absolutely nothing.
Okay. Have you ever written a film before?
No, sir.
So a different form, I would have thought, from writing a sitcom.
It is. It's a little longer. It's longer.
Perhaps your answer could be as well, Jerry.
Well, I've been saying that, you know, the difference between a...
Lazy.
Well, do you really care? Or do,
Not really.
No, I
Jerry, I'm flirting over here.
Yeah.
Just be lazy. No, I do care. I do care, Seinfeld, and I care passionately about that kind of thing.
Well, nobody else does. The thing is with a movie, movies are very different, especially comedy, because they tend to run out of gas.
Well, because normally half an hour or so.
Yeah, half an hour is actually easier. So this was a little bit more of a challenge, but that's our job, and it's all fine.
Do you not miss doing the show, Seinfeld, though? Do you not miss it at all?
I miss, how life is. You remember the good parts, you forget the painful parts, but we did 9 years, we did 180 episodes, so I think we had the best of it.
Larry David. Larry David, a genius.
Yes.
A genius, but I imagine quite a tricky man sometimes to be around and to be close with. Would I be right or not?
No, not for me, because we had the very similar comedic mindset.
Yeah, because his show now, Curb Your Enthusiasm, is quite similar to Seinfeld in some ways. And you can see his input into your show, in his show as well. Do you ever help him out? I know you appeared in Curb Your Enthusiasm, but do you throw ideas around still? Do you write together?
No, I don't. I've been busy with this, and he does his thing, and no, we haven't worked together on it.
In which ways are you similar? I get the feeling you're quite we have a word over here, I don't know if you have it in America, a fuss bucket.
Yes.
Yeah. Slightly OCD, slightly you want it neat and tidy and...
Well, we were both very obsessive, yes, about the work and getting as much as we could and trying to make the story really work. And we had very similar work habits, so that was our great advantage.
And what about in your personal life as well? Are you similar in that respect? Because I get the feeling you're a very neat person.
Pretty neat, yeah.
Do you like your jeans, your denim jeans, to be ironed?
No.
No. You go au naturel there.
Well, I don't know what that means, but let's just say not ironed.
It's out of the washing machine, straight on. Because I got the feeling you were one of those sort of guys who would have ironed jeans.
All right. Well, that's just a feeling that you had. And that's all right, too.
Okay. I saw Jerry perform live stand-up comedy over here a few years back. I don't know how long. You came over and did the Palladium.
I did the Palladium in '98.
It was fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
It was great. You did two gigs in one night.
Two shows in one night. That's the way we do it in the States.
Okay, you just bam, bam, knock them out.
Yeah, well, we like to, it's a business.
Yeah, you like to earn money doing your comedy.
Well, as long as, people are buying, we're selling.
Okay. It was great. You are a brilliant stand-up comedian.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Now, I'm wondering, was there a period when you started out, it's hard to think of someone as confident as you on stage now as ever being nervous, as ever being a bumbling ingenue?
Oh, sure, definitely. And when I start, everyone starts out kind of bumbling around. That's show business. You didn't have this kind of poise at the beginning, did you?
You see, that's another one of those backhanded compliments,
no,
I can tell.
You're very poised.
Oh,
You're very, very charming.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Renée, do you think I'm charming?
Again.
Because his compliment means nothing but yours. No, but when did you decide you wanted to do this? Because I get the feeling you're a very focused person.
I am, yes. I like what I do. And I decided when I was very young that of all the jobs that I had seen, this seems like the most fun one. I see guys come out on TV and just tell jokes, and I would ask my parents, so what is that? And they would go, well, that's his job. And well, that seems better than the plumber. So I think I'm going to try for that. But I didn't really know or think that I was funny. And I thought, well, I'll just try it and see what happens.
So what was the first kind of constructive piece of comedy you can remember performing? Remember working up and thinking, I'll send this out to the world and see if I get a laugh?
Actually, my first thought was I'm left-handed, as many comedians are. And I had this bit about left things always seem to be associated with negative things. 2 left feet, left-handed compliment. You go to a party, there's nobody there. Where'd everybody go? They left. That was my very first joke.
But it's still getting a laugh now.
Yeah.
When did you write that?
I wrote that in '75.
Wow. And how old were you then?
I was 21.
That's not bad.
It wasn't bad.
Okay. And you're still getting mileage out of it now. And when did you go professional? Did you just leap in with both feet and say, okay, this is it for me now? Or was there a period of just
No, I had graduated college, and that night, which is kind of similar to the movie, actually, and that night I just went right to the clubs. And I never thought about working or doing anything real.
Hey, when did you decide that acting was for you? When did you decide that was what you wanted to do?
That's the same question.
It's not, because yours had the word comedy in it.
Oh, okay.
Renée has the word acting in it. Please pay attention.
Where those awards came from, right there.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. I don't know that I've really actually decided just yet. This is still just a happy accident.
But you're a tremendous actress.
Oh, that's a nice.
Hey, I saw you in a film. Did you ever see Rennie's one of her early films, Nurse Betty? This film called Nurse Betty.
Sure.
That's a wonderful film.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
And
She
any
has
number.
never given a bad performance that I've ever seen.
Except tonight.
Let me ask you about the Bridget Jones movies, because they were a huge hit. And what a great performance. And you came over here, you mastered the accent, and that's so unusual, because normally people don't pull that off. How hard did you work on that? How did you acquire that?
Oh, daily. And just, had a very cruel, rigid dialect coach. She was there all the time, all day.
And what's the difference then? What's the fundamental difference between the way an American would say words and use language and the way an English person would?
Really? You're really asking me that? How's it different? Really?
Well, have I struck a nerve here?
Do you have a passport?
No, no, Renée. I know it sounds differently, but I mean, if someone wanted to learn it, how would it be? What is the...
Just boring phonetics, that's it. It's just understanding how the sounds are created instead of trying to listen and emulate them, because then you just do this generalized sort of generic, that's it. I'm from the South, and so when I go and watch films where people are trying to do this generic Southern accent, I mean, there's so many different
Hey, y'all doing, y'all?
There you go. There you go. Now I know that you're not from anywhere.
No. I'm from the South, honey bun. And we don't like the New York kind down here. How long did you spend over here when you were preparing for that? How long did you spend living in the UK as a whole?
About 9 months.
9 months.
Nine
Oh, no,
months,
as long as I
11
thought.
months, yeah.
I thought you were over here for a few years. What did you enjoy most about that period?
Oh, God. I don't know. It's just an incredible experience living here. Pretty nice to learn about a culture from the inside instead of, watching it as a tourist.
Was it nice? Here's a dream I've had. Was it?
I'm frightened. I'm frightened.
No, it's fairly tame.
Wait. Swap with me.
No.
Okay.
Have
what's
you ever
that
had
dream?
any dreams about me?
Actually, yes. How nice was it being told you had to fatten yourself up for a part? How nice was it being said, just eat?
It's tons of fun for about 2 days.
Right.
And then you're full. Yeah. You're really full. You're full. You're done. And you don't get to stop.
Bring me back in just when you just hijacked the whole show by asking your own question over there. I think so many men love the character of Bridget Jones. I know women do as well. But she was such a lovable character. I'm sure people kind of want you to be like that when they meet you. Is that the case? Do they expect a bit of Bridget?
I don't know. I have no idea.
People
I don't
do
ask.
often ask that. They always ask, do people expect? How would you know what people expect?
Yeah,
because they might come up and say, I expected you to be more like this.
Well, no,
that's just a for instance for you.
They definitely expect, they think that I'm supposed to look like her.
Do you find,
definitely.
are you at all like Joey? We've already determined that he's a control freak. Are you like that? Are you a neat and tidy person? Do you like things to be focused and structured?
Don't iron my jeans.
No. Only a loser would do that. But do you like that? Are you? Because I bet you're very, very tidy, aren't you? Because you look at the Seinfeld set, which I think was a reflection of your life, wasn't it, somewhat?
Well, no, it's not a documentary. I don't know if you know this.
I know that,
It's
but
a
I've studied
fictional comedy show. I have 3 little children.
Yeah.
How?
You do now. You didn't back then.
Yes, but this is today, isn't it?
Don't be smart. Don't try and be smart. Listen, we're talking about the show back then, and that was your life, and I know that you had those friends. And don't try and tell me otherwise, or I'll be so upset.
Okay, Jonathan, it's exactly as you think it was.
Yes.
Everything that you think is true.
I gave you 180 of my half hours. In return, at least let me believe it. But no, there must have been quite a lot of you in it. I mean, that was...
Sure. Yes, I wasn't acting. I'm not like Renee. I don't have those kind of skills.
Okay. How is it when people come up to you? What kind of things do they do in reference to Seinfeld? Do they quote the show to you? I've interviewed many comedians over the years in popular shows, and sometimes they're driven a bit mad by that kind of thing.
They do. No, I don't mind it. It's just another kind of recognition. It's nice. It's all. That's why we do it.
What phrases do they quote the most often, do you think?
People like to say, "Where's Kramer?" for some reason, even though I don't know where he is, and he doesn't even really exist anymore. Another fictional element.
Sadly
But yeah, I get that a lot. Or say hello, Newman. People like, and I wonder about Wayne Knight, who played Newman, and what is his life like?
Yeah.
He must hear hello, Newman. He must not be able to crack the window without hearing hello, Newman.
It doesn't go out anymore.
Yeah.
Listen, it's been so lovely having you here. It really has. I know you have to go back to the States. We want you to come back as often as possible. We don't want you to come back too soon until you've done something we can see again.
I get the message.
The stand-up's fine, but it's ephemeral.
Harder.
It's like trying to hold on to Mercury, Seinfeld. Okay, I want something I can hold and cherish and ideally buy on DVD. or illegally download. So lazy, I know they could look forward to a sequel. Ladies and gentlemen, Renée Zellweger and Jerry Seinfeld.